When this little boy hears a bike race nearby, he grabs a water bottle and waits by the road. All he wants is to give water to the tired riders. Cyclists keep passing by, but nobody takes his bottle. The boy slowly gets sad. Then one rider does something totally unexpected. Quick check. If Jesus protects you, like and subscribe. If not, share this video and drop a heart in the comments. Finally, one cyclist takes his water not out of need, but just to make him happy. The boy instantly lights up with a pure, sweet smile. It took this girl 2 years to teach her dog to speak human words, and its way of talking is totally unbelievable. Hi there, how are you doing? You're amazing at repeating my words, aren't you? Say I love you. You're so adorable. I love you tons. This man noticed his pet crabs had all gathered near the oxygen pump. They tried climbing upward one by one with the help of rising air bubbles, just like playing on a fun ride. He found it incredibly cute at first, but soon realized an important detail. Crabs are semi-terrestrial animals, so they can't live underwater non-stop. They were actually trying to reach the surface to breathe properly. He kindly put a small platform in the tank to let them climb up and rest whenever they needed to. The crabs kept slipping back into the water at the start, but quickly learned to climb up and stay there to rest. Even so, a few still waited patiently by the air pump, because they really seemed to enjoy the bubble ride experience. Guess what? Today is fancy dress day, so this little girl had to dress up for school. Her mom was totally confused and didn't know what costume to make for her. Then mom suddenly came up with a fun idea. She noticed her daughter's round face looked exactly like a fresh strawberry. Mom quickly took a brush and painted a cute strawberry on her face. She also drew green leaves on the top to make it more vivid. While getting her face painted, the girl had the sweetest little expressions ever. She knew her mom put in so much effort, and she believed she'd definitely win the competition. When mom added tiny white freckle dots on her face, the girl still wasn't fully pleased. Show her some love and give this cute look alike. This girl headed over to feed the giant turtles, carrying a huge bowl full of their all-time favorite food. The second she walked in, her dog tagged along all hyped up, even hopping right on top of the turtles out of sheer excitement. The big turtles gathered around nice and calmly at first. Then she walked over to the more crowded area where all the smaller turtles were. Right there, dozens of hungry turtles started trailing after her step by step, slowly closing in and surrounding her as she walked around with the bowl. These hungry turtles are absolutely something else.
This guy was visiting the zoo when he spotted a hippo and decided to treat it to a watermelon. He tossed it in, but the hippo completely missed, and the watermelon just splashed straight into the water. So he came back the next day, this time better prepared with 2 watermelons. He handed one to the hippo, but the second another hippo saw that and suddenly popped up, opening its giant mouth like, "Excuse me, where's mine?" At first, the guy bonked him by accident, but in the end, he shared the second watermelon too.
Keep some goldfish in the water containers for your cows. They get rid of mosquito larvae perfectly and control algae growth. The cattle never get bothered by them. Surprisingly, the fish enjoy swimming close to cows' noses the moment cows drink water. Everyone felt sorry for this woman in a wheelchair. She couldn't drive a normal car, but she never gave up her freedom. She bought a super futuristic vehicle. She pressed a small remote button, the driver's seat lowered right out of the car door. After she sat down, a robotic crane came from the roof. IT grabbed her wheelchair and lifted it into a secret compartment. The smart seat rotated and sent her back into the car. She doesn't need her legs to drive. A metal levers connect to the pedals, so she drives only with her hands, and now she can travel the world alone. She's proud of her independence. Her husband said he'll sell the car tomorrow if it doesn't get 2 likes.
This girl showed a bowl of ice to the otter, hoping it would bring him closer. The second he saw it, he sprinted to his little window, pressed his face against the glass, and stretched his tiny paws as far as they could go. Sadly, the paws were simply too short for the mission. So the girl picked up a piece of ice and gently held it closer to his paws. This time, success. He finally grabbed it and happily munched on his icy treat like he had just won the lottery.
Have you ever seen farmers putting plastic net covers on little roses and wondered why? It kinda looks like it's squeezing them and slowing growth down, but it's actually doing them a huge favor. While the roses are still budding out, the net keeps bugs off and stops them from getting damaged. It also controls how the petals open up, keeping the flower perfectly shaped, with a clean look and luxury quality once it blooms. Look at this little monkey. She hasn't eaten anything for days, all because she's way too shy to beg for food. Just like all the other monkeys, she'd sit quietly by the roadside, and nobody paid any attention to her at all. Then one day, a kind guy showed up with a bowl full of fresh fruit. The little monkey was so timid and shy. She carefully picked just one tiny grape, then looked up at the man with such sweet, loving eyes, like she was saying thank you. It's such a shame this poor little monkey hasn't gotten a single like yet.
The owner noticed something strange on the dog's face and said, "Let me help." The dog calmly placed its face into her hands. When she carefully pulled it out, it turned out to be a surprisingly large tick. Actually, the dog usually takes preventive medicine, but before it fully kicks in, his skin can still get itchy and painful, so the owner removes ticks with a special tool whenever she finds one. Most dogs would hate this and try to run away, but this dog completely trusts his owner and doesn't move at all. She even says he trusts her so much that he falls asleep while she's trimming his fur. But sadly, no one liked their friendship.
This girl noticed a cat had stepped on her bread, so she decided to check the paws of all her cats. But finding the culprit wasn't easy because every paw looks identical. Still, she didn't give up. She inspected each one like a detective, looking for the tiniest clue. Meanwhile, one tiny troublemaker tried to escape. In the end, she caught him red-pawed. Too bad the cutest culprit didn't get a single like or subscribe. This one simple trick can turn you into a pro artist in no time. You just soak a piece of string in ink, and it'll create something way more detailed than you'd ever expect. All you need to do is put the string inside a folded piece of paper, press the paper down with one hand, then slowly pull the string out. As the ink spreads evenly on both sides, open the paper up, and you'll reveal a stunning, intricate work of art.
This man only fed the brown dog and left the other one hungry. So the white dog stared at the food with a frown and visible anger. When the man noticed this, he felt bad and opened the food box to refill the bowl. But they were all shocked because the box was completely empty. Seeing this, the hungry white dog got even more upset and frowned again, glaring at the other dog. But why did this poor white dog only get 2 likes? This girl bought the same dress as her own so she and her dog could be a cute matching duo, and even the dog seemed to love the idea. After she dressed him up, she even put a little hat on him, making him look like a baby. Then she added a collar, and they were ready to go. But why did this adorable duo only get 2 likes? When this woman injured her leg, she had to start using a wheelchair. But the walrus she had raised and cared for over the years never left her side. The loyal walrus even helped by pushing her wheelchair, while the woman gently stroked its head for comfort. This intelligent walrus was always right beside her, ready to help whenever needed and constantly protecting her. Unfortunately, this adorable walrus only got 2 likes.
Look, this girl was super upset because her mom would never let her get a real cat, so she decided to make one all by herself. First, she grabbed a piece of white foam and started painting it. She painted on dark ears and a dark little face, just like a real Siamese cat, and that's not even the best part. Then she gave it big bright blue eyes and painted its tiny paws. When she finished, it looked exactly like a real kitten, plus it was super soft and squishy. But her mom said she'd throw it away if it didn't get light enough in weight. Let me tell you why you should never throw away your dog's most prized toy. This dog was obsessed with his little alpaca stuffed toy. Then one day his owner saw it was all moldy, which wasn't safe for the pup at all, so he planned to dump it in the trash. But nope, the dog parked himself next to the trash can all night long, hugging his toy tight and refusing to budge. The owner felt too bad and had to bring the toy back home. The dog didn't hesitate 1 second, he hauled his gross old toy to his bed and passed out with it. Next day, the owner grabbed an exact duplicate alpaca toy and secretly did a sneaky swap when the dog wasn't paying attention. This overly greedy seabird tries to eat every living thing it encounters at sea. Right now, it has a little duckling held under its feet. This is a pelican. Its normal diet is only fish. But when it gets extremely hungry, it becomes totally indiscriminate and goes for almost anything it shouldn't eat. Their pursuit of food can get pretty absurd. A pelican was once even seen attempting to eat a seagull, and it will go after everyone who forgot to give this video a like. The girl showed a strawberry to this cute little otter, and he flipped out with excitement right away. He scurried to his viewing window and reached for the fruit, but she pulled her hand back because strawberries aren't part of an otter's diet. The little otter looked pretty sad, so she brightened his mood by giving him a piece of fish. He spread out his tiny paws, pressed his cute little nose against the glass, enjoyed his favorite treat, and is totally waiting for you to leave a like. This guy used a remote-controlled car to deliver food to a stray pup, but instead, it totally spooked the poor dog. He honestly thought the pup would get super excited at the sight of food and chow down instantly. But nope, the stray slowly stared the RC car down, carefully checking if it was safe first. Only after that did it finally dig in. It munched away for ages and eventually stuffed its little belly full. And get this whole funny clip only got a single like.